What is up, guys? AstralTempest here, and we're going to be playing some more Satisfactory today. Just posted episode 1 of our playthrough recently, and now we're in episode 2. So we've got our iron, our copper, and our sandstone / concrete going. So really our base materials, the basic materials, I mean, that we're going to need for base building and all that stuff. We've got all of that going. And we don't have too much yet, but we're getting there. We're making progress. So our next step is the power. Our power is we're not doing so good on biofuel, basically. So we're gonna have to do. Let's see, where is obstacle clearing? All right, it seems like we're gonna have to do some other things first. Let's go ahead and do we do field research or base building? Let's go ahead and do base building. And then we can start working on building more organized factories that way. But yeah, our main concern in this episode is going to be power, because that is our most limiting factor right now. So objectives are power, and then our next objective is build a smaller or a small factory for iron, and we'll probably do copper and concrete at some other time. Mostly want to organize our iron output a little better. Oh, jeez. Oh, that scared me. Can we escape from him? Oh. It's a good thing we've got as many berries as we do. Can he hit us from there? Oh, awesome. We get to cheese it. Cheesing a mini boss. Nice. You can tell how many of those little hogs we killed based on how many of the remains we have. It's one remain per little hog, and we just got 3 from the big one. So we killed 17 of the little ones while we were gathering biomass. So we've got quite a few leaves now. Hopefully it lasts us at least for a little while, because our power's been down for a long time, like ever since we went out to gather biomass. I'm really hoping this can last until we at least get the chainsaw or something so we can gather biomass faster. Okay, so our power supply issue is temporarily fixed. We probably got about like 15... Yeah, we probably only got like 15 minutes worth of biomass, but it is what it is. In the meantime, let's check where we're at here. Okay. Since we only need a little bit more concrete to unlock base building, we are going to head over this way, and I'm just going to manually collect some sandstone over here, and then manually craft up the concrete that we need.
Milestone reached.
Alright, so we unlocked the base building. We don't have a whole lot of concrete, unfortunately, but yeah, my first goal is to build a more organized iron factory. Alright, now that the pod has returned, should we do... we don't need field research just yet. Honestly, we probably need this obstacle clearing the most. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so we now finished the field research. So that means we can use the MAM.
The molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, will allow R&D to provide new technologies, items, and buildings based on samples collected in the field.
Just go ahead and put it right there.
To ensure a greater chance of success during exploration, an upgraded tool belt has been provided, as well as an object scanner and beacons.
Cool. Alright, so now we have an extra slot for the chainsaw.
The object scanner requires calibration via the MAM to enable detection of specific objects.
Alright, so the MAM basically just allows us to research new cool things. Okay, cool. Alright, so the main thing we want to do right now is the hard drive. So that hard drive we got earlier, right here, we can use those in the MAM to unlock alternate recipes, which is a big part of increasing your productivity of your factories. So we'll get that going. It takes 10 minutes per hard drive, so that 10 minutes from now we'll be able to unlock a new recipe. And in the meantime, I am going to finish getting all of this limestone over here so we can actually use it. I'm building this little platform here. Let's see, should we... Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so this platform is going to be for the concrete production. So let's get a constructor here and here. Because a normal node should give us, I think it's, oh, with a Mark 1 miner, I think it's only 60 limestone per minute. So if we split that between the two constructors, that should be maximum capacity. Alright, now that we've got platforms, everything should lock into place a lot easier. Alright, and let's get a splitter there. Put that into the input. The outputs, one there and one there. There we go. Not quite as... I usually like to do right angles, but this was not a good angle for it, so... Oh well. It is what it is. And I usually like to put these power poles right on top of these splitters or mergers. Right on that little X there. Just kind of looks a little nicer like that. Alright. And we can stick this... We'll go ahead and put it right there. Alright, so let's hook that up to there. So now this little area here should be working properly for constructing concrete for us. We'll just need to select concrete in both of these, and that'll take a little bit to get over here. So we also do need to get some storage, and we'll go ahead and put it a little further up. Right about there should do it. And then we'll get a merger. And the output is the green one, so we're going to get that heading into the storage. Make sure it's lined up properly. Go. And the way I usually try to get right angles is, so you'll see that green line there, and then you go over twice, 2 ticks, at least on the foundations, and then it will give you a perfect right angle on the conveyor belts. And there we go. So that will go directly into the storage there. As soon as concrete actually starts getting over here, or the limestone. Alright, I am heading over here to chop down some of these trees. That will give us a lot more biofuel to work with. Yes, clear out all the vegetation.
Why are you running?
Alright, so we're back here at the MAM, and our, okay. We've got a couple of options here. Ooh. Honestly, these are all pretty good options. We do the stitched iron plate? I don't want to do that. Iron wire is pretty good too. It used to be super overpowered, now it's just kind of good. Well, we can't use the foundry yet, so we might actually just go with iron wire. I really do want this too. Let's just do iron wire. Alright, so that will allow us to get all the wire we need from iron. So we won't really need a whole lot of copper in the future then. We may if we end up getting some other alternate recipes that require copper. Oh, and we can also unlock a new section here. We could do part assembly. Could do jump pads, resource sink, or logistics. Let's go ahead and do part assembly. And we should have pretty much everything we need for this. We now have enough screws and cable. So we got the part assembly.
Milestone reached. More complex assembly of parts can now be automated. Project assembly parts can now be constructed and sent up via the space elevator. Note: project parts are too complex to produce by hand.
I am getting tired of crafting up all these screws and cables. So I'm actually going to do, let's see. I would like to make this more organized. Now let's go ahead and delete these. And we'll make a slightly more organized copper section here. Perfect. So this platform should be good enough for all of our copper needs. Get 2 smelters right here should be good. Okay, that's centered. Okay, that doesn't look horrible. It only clips a little bit. Oh, we don't have much cable. So let's go ahead and... Oh, that's not what we need. We need a craft bench. We'll make some cable. We'll build 1 constructor here. And 1 here. And we'll just stick that straight in there. Get a splitter. There's our splitters. Here. And we need more cables again. This is a normal node. Hopefully this is pushing out enough to work properly. We'll get copper going in both of these. Then these will split off into... Oh, right. We can make iron wire as well. These are not even. There, much better. Now they're even. And now these need power. And another constructor right here. Okay, so this will go into here. Okay, so this those copper ingots will produce the wire, and then this wire is going to be producing cable for us. There we go. Perfect. Cable. And we'll get a storage container. Get it fit. Will that work? No, that's not gonna work. Let's fit here. That'll have to work. Okay. Get 1 more power pole. Oh, and again, we are out of cable. Yeah. There we go. Now we'll get another power pole here. And connect both of those up. Alright. We might actually need to get some more power going as well. Another biomass burner. Power, biomass burner. We'll just stick 1 on each of these platforms. We don't have a whole lot of biomass left. Oh, we do have a lot of leaves though. I forgot about that. Okay, so we're going to have to fix that in a second here. Get a power pole set up right here. And I missed the spot I wanted. Wanted it right in the center there. We'll get the wires connected up to it, and then we'll connect it to... Connect it to this power pole? Nope, that one's full. Alright, we'll connect it to that one. And that should give us enough power. Oh, no. One of these is out. There we go. Alright, so we got plenty of power now. Just needed a second to refresh, I guess. Okay, so our wire and cable setup is all set. I did want to do the iron factory day. Hopefully we still have time for that. That is a big priority for us. Yeah, because this is getting all backed up, and we don't want that. We want everything to be maximum productivity. Actually, before we get started on building an iron factory, I would like to build a little power plant. Or rather than power plant, I want to build a small factory that will actually automatically create biomass for us. So, I need... Let's see, we're low on concrete. Okay, so that's what I need. Go ahead and grab some concrete, and then we'll get that going. Let's see. So we're going to start off with... Actually, let's start off with a storage container. Do one storage container here. And one here. So one will take all our wood. The other one will contain all our leaves. Okay, so wood and leaves. I'm going to reorganize this just a little bit. I'm going to change this up so that this will work. Okay, good. That's not too steep. Unfortunately, it's in the sand here, but that's fine. Doesn't need to be perfect. We'll put all the leaves in this one and the wood in this one. We will set this to biomass wood, this one to biomass leaves, and then we'll get 2 more constructors. Okay, we're gonna back this one up just a little bit. So these are going to be converted into biofuel and more biofuel. And then we'll set up a merger right outside of this one. Have conveyors coming out there and output to a storage bin over here. So let's put the storage bin down first. Put it right there, and then the conveyor belt, just like so. And now we need to hook up the power for it. Okay, so all our biomass should be producing automatically now. Okay, let's do the research on the slugs real quick. The man build again. And we'll research those. Now research overclock. Oh, we need to
new recipe unlocked.
Power core things. That will allow us to save a lot of power here. Okay, so now that we have overclock unlocked, we can go over to these. So these constructors are only putting out 60 biomass per minute, and this can craft using 120 per minute. So we're going to change this to 50%. That means we'll only be going through 60 biomass per minute. We'll do the same with this one. Actually, this puts out 300 biomass per minute. Okay, so we can actually overclock that one. Actually, you know what? It's not really worth it for these. Let's not bother overclocking that. We could do maximum efficiency, but it's just not worth it for a biomass factory, because this is really all we need for biomass. Okay, we've already got 94 in here. Cool. And our next priority is going to be our iron factory. Well, we are up here on our landing platform, or lookout tower, or whatever. And this is our new iron factory. I did record building it. Unfortunately, the footage was corrupted, so I'm just going to go through and show what I did here. I did make sure to make everything was at maximum productivity, so I'll show all of that. So we've got the Mark II conveyors here, and so that's 120 ore per minute, and then it splits up into 60 ore per minute on each of these, and then each of those splits further into 30 ore per minute, which goes into each of the smelters, so 30 per minute, and it puts out 30 ingots. From there, we've got all our constructors. So we got our iron rods here, we got our iron plates here, and we got more iron rods over here that get smelted up into screws up here. And our output is actually a little bit high because I was still working on getting some rotors going here. I did use some, what are they called? These power cores. I did use some of those to try to increase the productivity of the screws because we're going to need 100 for this per minute, I believe. Yeah, 100 per minute there. And we need 60 per minute here, so we needed an extra 40 of production on top of what the 3 constructors were already giving us. 40 screws per minute, I mean. Because they give us 40 per minute, and we want each of these to be giving us 60 per minute, so I need a power core in each one of these, so we're going to have to go look for some slugs to maximize the productivity on it. Over here we have our armored plating, so this is at maximum productivity as well, and then all the backup of the iron plates stays in here. Then we've got plenty of iron rods in here, so all kinds of iron stuff going on. So all of this is perfectly set up for the one pure node that we have here. Aside from the screws, we just got to get those power cores going. And we'll probably use a power core on the miner as well, just to supply all the iron ingots we'll need for the screws over there. Other than that, our iron factory is all up to standard, and we'll probably build another one at some other point in the future, but for now, this will be perfect for our current needs. We'll just have to wait for some of the resources to build up for the research we need to do. And our next step is going to be building the space elevator, but we'll do that in the next episode. So our next episode will include building the space elevator, obviously, because we're going to need that. And then we're going to get a little bit more advanced production going, and I'd like to get some iron wire going. That would help us a lot. Other than that, if you liked the video, go ahead and drop a like on it, and if you'd like to keep up on further episodes of the series, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and we'll go ahead and see you in the next one. And if you'd like to follow some streams or anything like that, you can follow on my Twitch channel, which will be in the description, and for announcements and stuff, you can follow me on Twitter, which will also be in the description. Alright, we'll see you in the next one. Adios, Astral out, for now.